Hey there, YouTube. More dungeon videos. Now, I do have some splaining to do. So, quick preface. The showcase to look up dungeons is currently not working, so I can't keep going down the list like I was. I have to find the dungeons kind of more manually. The other thing to say is that before the 3 episodes I posted, I recorded another 3 episodes on another 3 dungeons where I lost the footage. So the dungeon I've found that I'm going to be running now is one I've actually run before. So things are going to be slightly different in that this is going to be less about my initial surprise and reactions to stuff on the claim and a more thought out reaction to what I thought about the claim last time I was running through it. So the one we're talking about right now is Crushbone by Krogan. This was one that I really liked the visuals on in a way that kind of surprised me, because it was less about, oh, this is so cool and it's so detailed, and well, I'll get to more specifically about that when we get in there. The first thing to talk about is I really like how it's kind of built into a crater. That gives it a really nice sort of character. And it is interesting how they know how they wanted this set up, with orcs. And of course, there aren't orcs in the game right now, so they had to rename all of the kobolds to orcs. And I apologize if the sound on the pistols is annoying. Again, I had to switch weapon types because achievements. So I just got this mace recipe recently. Time to try it out. Time to squish him in the face. 2 hits. That's kind of impressive. So this, from what I did earlier, seemed, it's less structured as a linear experience that you play through, and it's more a new, more of kind of a noodle around sort of area. Now, there is a little bit of structure to it, of course, because, we're in sort of a courtyard and there's a castle in it. So you can totally, fight your way to the castle and then through the castle. And honestly, that's kind of about all the structure you really need. It is certainly different from a dungeon where you play through a specific corridor and then you go through a specific room and then another specific corridor. So, one isn't better than the other. They're just 2 different flavors of dungeon. The other thing that I really like about this that I was talking about, visually earlier is, the way, the ground is set up right here with this river where it's just sort of at angles and feels, very, Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's got kind of a, Nintendo 64 sort of aesthetic to it, which I really like, actually. It kind of surprised me that, it's like, huh, that's neat. Because then it's not, it's not about making a specific, super tight piece of design. It was... Because that was one of the things I always really liked about Landmark. Sorry if I don't finish my sentences and trail off, but I'm kind of going from one thought to the next. That was one of the things I liked about Landmark is how, super precise and detailed you could make everything. So having a claim that I like kind of specifically because it's not as super detailed in everything, not that I'm meaning that in a negative way, it kind of surprised me a little bit. And, there's nothing better for I'm going to go ahead and say work of art, a work of art to do than to surprise you with what you think about it. And I, especially with how I kind of seemed a little down on the other dungeons, I don't want to make it sound like I'm just, constantly, like I'm praising this one without exception, because when I just said work of art, which sounds super pretentious, it's, art is anything anybody put enough time and love into to do well. So I would qualify all the previous dungeons I've gone through also as works of art. So just preface that so it's not like, oh my gosh, this is the best dungeon in Walmart in Landmark. I'm sorry I said Walmart. A little bit of a Freudian slip there. Yeah. So, the less said about that, the better. Come on. Come on. I may have lagged out. Now, things are just being a little squirrely, as they can be. This is kind of an interesting weapon. With the smashy smashing. It's one I haven't really used before. I mean, the Flamebound Bastion was kind of what I ran, not quite exclusively, back in the beta, and this I think I played around with briefly, but didn't really do much anything with. Yeah, I kind of fell into the water there. Come on, jump out of it. I keep thinking V is my jump button because that's what it's keybound to in a lot of the other games I'm playing right now. And it's bound like that because of a specific kind of controller I use in conjunction with my mouse. So I can just kind of press down on the stick to jump. That's super fascinating. I don't know why I'm talking about boring shit. Anybody else play Warcraft? Anybody else pumped for Legion? I'm fairly excited. But then that's another thing I probably shouldn't be talking about when I'm playing one game, is talking about another game. First of all, because anybody who clicked on this signed up to, watch a video about Landmark. Thank you, all three of you. Sorry. But yeah. I also don't need to be cheating on Landmark with Warcraft. What is that phone? Is that somebody on Twitter? That's fantastic. That's exactly what I need to know right now. So, I have now, on my second playthrough of this particular dungeon... Oh, ow. Wow. Okay, time to use the right click, see if it's awesome. It's okay. And I'm dead. I'm going to go ahead and flee. Because, yes, I am still frugal about lumens. Frugal lumens. That's just a great combination of words. And also, because, with how sort of open-ended this place is, I kind of want to look around the outside of it a little bit more. Oh, that poor bastard didn't even stand a chance. I mean, like, I assume that's the, crit kind of animation for this. But it just looks like it hurts. Come on. And it just puts them, like, face right into the ground. So let's try the right click in a less I'm immediately gonna die sort of scenario. I mean, the spin makes me feel more like a fairy princess than a warrior who's whirlwinding, but, can't win them all. I want you to stop shooting ice at me. And I know of only one solution to that problem in this game as it is presented. They just happen to be in the path of my bullets. I'm totally gonna turn around and try to take a different route into the castle. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I keep hitting the wrong button to jump. And I mean, how he's done it, I keep assuming genders, and I need to not do that. Because, man, I don't even know. It's kind of interesting how he's done the rock formations. There's... Ow, I am almost dead again. Yep. not doing so hot. Or at the very least, I need to watch my health better. I lost my train of thought. Nope, it's absolutely gone. And I also like how open air it is, so like say if you wanted to take a different sort of route of infiltration, or if you want to, miss the tree with the grappling hook, you can do that too. That's something I kind of want to do as a dungeon, is like entirely an infiltration sort of thing where it's a castle. You've got a grappling hook. You've got whatever boots you want to use. Just get in there. But of course, the trick to that is making it interesting and challenging. And I'd have to do a whole lot of building and a whole lot of testing to, figure out how to make an experience like that awesome. And then you could totally set up a counter where, like, you get bonus points for an entirely non-lethal entry, like Metal Gear Solid or something. I've never played Metal Gear Solid, so I don't know why I'm using that as an example. Like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a campfire in a wall, in the hopes that I am still alive when I get out of combat. Turns out, no. I am going to wreck this set of gear. It is just going to be absolutely shredded, and then I'm just going to build new gear because, again, I don't want to use lumens. I don't think that's really the way the developers of the game intended it, but that is just kind of how I want to roll. I wonder how much of this was how the terrain was, and how much of it is... Yeah, no, it absolutely looks like he just kind of cut it out of the terrain, which, I mean, I'm a big fan of finding like a super unique spot and then kind of building your claim around it, which is why I've had to rebuild my claim so many times. But I do like the just sort of cutting it out like a hole in the ground and cutting a tunnel into it, and there's certainly something to be said for that. And again, I mean, like, this up here totally just kind of has this this Nintendo 64 feel to it, where, this here feels more like Mario 64 than Ocarina of Time, but still just that same kind of, I don't know, man. Oh, I'm going to jump in that window. I'm going to swashbuckle the shit out of this. Hey guys! Sorry, I don't need to be yelling in the mic. And you see, I don't really know is ow, also ow. Not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. I am backed into a corner and I'm dead. I'm just gonna spend the lumens and revive here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up killing off the throne room and kind of move on from there. I was gonna say, did everything respawn? Because then I'm kind of hosed. But yeah, no, that like jumping in the window, I kind of doubt like the guy who set this up intended for that, but that is sort of the like best way to have things like that, is that people can stumble upon them and just kind of make their own fun out of them. Come on, you absolutely need to be one with the floor. So yeah, that seems about as boss fighty as things can get in here. And then, these guys just kind of hanging out in here. I'm sure just minding their own business. Do 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 do. Nope, nope. Don't need no copyright business in my videos. Man, that just looks like a bad time. Uh, well, that is as far as I know. Do I still have my hover boots equipped? Yep. That is as far as I know about the extent of the experience to kind of have on this claim right now. Um, Pretty cool stuff. Just kind of fun to run around, kill monsters. Fun times. Where the hell did I just shoot that grappling hook? What was that even? Oh, hey there. No, so we're gonna finish this guy off, and then I will call this dungeon here. I will see you guys. No, no, no. Better video ending, Ryan. Better video ending. There'll be another video up tomorrow, and I will see you guys there.